Have you ever wondered how the coconut oil products we use every day are produced? They are produced from old coconuts, and the production process is complicated with many stages. So to learn about the process of harvesting and processing coconut oil, please explore in this video right now. See how to harvest and process the tons of coconut oil you use every day. For a long time, coconut has played an important role in the lives of people in tropical regions. Nowadays, with the development of modern life, people use coconut products more popular than ever. Especially in the east of Southeast Asia, where hundreds of tons of coconut are produced every day to serve the beverage processing industry and coconut oil extraction. Coconut production is an important agricultural activity in Southeast Asia, with the region contributing significantly to global supplies. Indonesia is the world's largest producer of coconuts, with a total output of 15 million tons. The crop is a source of high economic value for coastal communities. Coconut is a fruit-bearing tree that can be harvested all year round, and the harvesting method is also very simple. Farmers use long sticks with a fixed scythe, and with just one movement they can harvest a bunch of about 10 to 15 coconuts. Some areas in Thailand plant coconuts in high mounds, surrounded by deep ditches containing water, which not only serve agricultural irrigation but also help harvest coconuts effectively. Fresh coconuts provide raw materials for the beverage industry, while old coconuts are the main raw material in oil presses. The main ingredient when pressing coconut oil is to use old coconuts that are 12 to 13 months old, fully ripe and without parasitic cells. The amount of coconut used to produce 1 liter of coconut oil is from 10 to 15 coconuts or 1 kilogram of grated dry coconut meat. When cold pressed, 0.17 kilograms of coconut oil will be obtained, depending on the scale of production and the process used. In modern processing plants, workers separate the coconut meat from the shells. This work requires the use of human labor to ensure the best quality, using only the colored coconut meat to proceed with the oil pressing stage. After being cleaned many times with water to remove dirt, the coconut meat is put into large blenders to grind into coconut rice. The coconut rice is dried at a temperature of about 50 to 60 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. When dried, the coconut rice is put into a hydraulic press. At this time pure coconut oil will be obtained. Workers take the pure coconut oil and filter it through many layers of fine filter cloth. After many times of filtering, cold-pressed pure coconut oil will be obtained. Finally, the packaging process is carried out and brought to the market for consumption. Virgin coconut oil contains important minerals and some fat-soluble vitamins such as calcium, magnesium, vitamins that the body can absorb and use immediately. The trace elements in coconut oil have beneficial effects on people's health. Nowadays, coconut oil is not only used as a food that provides fat but also as a main ingredient in the production of beauty products. Not only is it great for extracting coconut oil, the coconut meat is also dried at high temperatures as raw material for some other food industries. It is also processed into coconut milk, a nutritious drink for the human body. Not only that, every part of the coconut tree is also used in human life. You also know, to process coconut oil or products from coconut pulp, everyday processing factories discharge tons of coconut fiber. So how are they treated? Coconut fiber is the outer shell of the coconut. Surrounding the coconut shell, coconut fiber is often used as fuel like charcoal because it has the ability to catch fire very well and burn for a long time. In addition, coconut fiber is also a very good material for producing some household items such as making ropes, carpets, cushions. This is a wonderful use of coconut trees in our lives. In addition, coconut fiber is also the main ingredient in the production of organic fertilizers that are beneficial for plants. Many people think that coconut tree trunks have no use, but nowadays tall coconut tree trunks are very popular for making decorative furniture or even for building houses. Coconut wood is now considered a popular wood to replace rare woods.
Surely, many of us are familiar with hydroponic farms. However, the farming activity below will surprise you because it is different from other hydroponic farms. Yes, before our eyes is a unique form of farming that has been taking place in rural areas of Bangladesh for decades. Farmers can grow vegetables and even sow seedlings on beds floating on the water surface. Is this a bed made of soil? And why does it float like that? All will be in this video. Please join us to explore. Bangladesh is a country prone to floods and waterlogging, which inundate 2/3 of its land area every year, most of which is agricultural land. This can lead to food insecurity as agriculture is one of the largest contributors to Bangladesh's GDP. To cope with the climate challenges and ensure food security during the flood season, Bangladeshi farmers have come up with a unique method of growing crops based on a common plant, the water fern. Currently, there are more than 2,000 farming households in the south and southwest of Bangladesh developing agricultural economy from this model. To create floating beds, farmers use layers of plants such as water hyacinth, duckweed, or rice stalks to decompose, forming beds that float on the water surface. They are then mixed with mud and cow dung for the plants to grow. On these beds, farmers grow fruits and vegetables, and crops such as turmeric and ginger are also grown by farmers. At first glance, this farming method seems relatively simple, but in reality, it takes a lot of time and effort, because farmers need to do all the work by themselves without any support from equipment or machinery. Farmers usually collect water hyacinth from wetlands, and the floating beds are built with 3 to 5 layers of water hyacinth, layer by layer, from bottom to top, until the desired height of the bed is reached. After 5 to 7 days, the old beds will become compact due to the decomposition of water hyacinth. After the beds are formed, farmers use layers of mature water hyacinth to form the foundation for the upper surface of the floating beds. The length of each bed is usually 15 to 20 meters, and the width is 1.3 to 1.8 meters, depending on the cultivation areas. After the floating beds are designed, farmers will proceed to plant. Depending on the variety of crops, farmers will directly sow seeds or prepare specialized pots to grow seedlings. Pots are made from decomposed water hyacinth to grow seeds of vegetables, tubers, and fruits. It is locally called tema or mada and is used as a growing environment for seedlings. After the tema develop into seedlings, they are planted on raised beds. During this process, farmers can also apply cow dung or urea fertilizer to help the plants grow best. After planting, farmers still need to continue daily care to ensure the best growth of the plants. If the floating beds dry out, they need to be watered daily to help them grow and develop. Weeds are also removed from the floating beds to limit pests and damage from birds or rats. When the crops reach optimal conditions, farmers harvest them. Crop products such as vegetables and spices are often consumed by farming households. In addition, they sell a large amount of surplus produce at local markets to earn extra money to cover their daily living expenses. Farmers who practice this method say they can earn an average profit of $140 per 100 meters squared of raised beds from crop production. Not only that, it also has many advantages such as low cost and reduced risk from natural disasters. Floating beds use locally available raw materials, so there is no need for expensive initial costs. In particular, water hyacinth is often classified as one of the worst invasive species, and its application in agricultural cultivation not only helps farmers stabilize their economy, but also ensures that the local ecosystem is maintained. Researchers also estimate that floating vegetable production is 10 times higher than growing vegetables on land on the same area. Because this method allows for better control of crops, it also limits some common diseases on crops. Farmers also use very little chemical fertilizers and pesticides, minimizing negative impacts on the environment. Most importantly, it contributes to food security in many disaster-prone states in Bangladesh. When large areas of agricultural land are flooded, this method of farming on floating beds has become the main source of food for people in the region. Perhaps in the future, many places in the world will strongly develop this model to increase crop yields and stabilize livelihoods for communities living in river areas.
There are many opinions that the majority of Americans and Europeans do not like to eat carp because of its taste and structure. However, countries located between the two continents of Asia and Europe such as Turkey, freshwater fishing and farming are economic activities as well as livelihoods of many people. Carp meat has a characteristic flavor combined with a unique processing method that has made it a popular food. So how do Turkish people harvest and process carp? Let's explore with us. Carp farming in Turkey dates back to the 1970s, when it began alongside salmon farming. While aquaculture has expanded significantly, focusing on species such as salmon, sea bass and sea bream, carp production was relatively modest at the time. However, after more than 3 decades of development and thanks to the Turkish government's support for carp-targeted subsidies, the industry has grown dramatically. Carp farms are now mainly located in rural areas. Farmers can farm intensive carp in ponds and lakes or combine them with rice fields to save space. Fish are mainly fed pellets or local agricultural byproducts. Farmers say that raising freshwater fish is relatively easy because they are omnivorous and rarely get sick. Carp farming also does not require attention to water quality like other aquatic species, so farmers do not need to spend much time taking care of them. Moreover, the farming time is also short, about 8 to 12 months after releasing the fish, they will be harvested. The harvesting process is quite simple, mainly done by hand. This work is mainly done by strong men. They use nets to harvest fish. Each time the net is pulled, all the fish in the pond can be harvested. In addition to harvesting fish in ponds, Turkish farmers also catch large quantities of carp in wild areas such as rivers, lakes, etc. The warm summer climate and river system in Turkey create favorable conditions for many species of freshwater fish to live. These fish are larger in size and have a more delicious taste than farmed fish, so many people like them. Fishing in the wild mainly uses tools such as net traps. Baited traps are released into the water and harvested after one day. Each trap area is marked with a bamboo stake, making harvesting easier. Farmers harvest carp mainly for food purposes to preserve them for a long time during the cold winter. A small number of farmers sustain their livelihoods through this fishing activity. The majority of carp consumed in Turkey is through aquaculture. Turkey's freshwater fish production is expanding and meeting the population's demand for healthy, nutritious, and affordable food. It also contributes to trade, creates jobs, and contributes to the country's economy and food security. Freshwater carp is prepared in many typical dishes, but in some areas of Istanbul, they are prepared as traditional smoked carp. This is a popular delicacy, especially in areas with abundant freshwater sources such as lakes and rivers. The preparation of this traditional dish involves several meticulous steps to enhance the natural flavor of the fish and achieve a distinctive smoky flavor. Freshwater carp usually has a firm texture and a rich flavor. After being cleaned to remove all odors, each fish is split in half and salted to firm up the flesh and reduce bacteria. Once the salt has penetrated, the fish are washed again and left to dry in the sun, and when completely dry, they are smoked by hand. This process usually takes place over a day, using aromatic woods to create a distinctive smoky flavor. Once the fish are golden brown on both sides, they are stored for later consumption. Freshwater carp are not only popular in Turkey but also in the Middle East, where they are a major source of food and livelihood for many rural families. Although they are considered a dangerous invasive species in the United States, they are a major source of nutrition in Asia and the Middle East. We have just watched how Turkish farmers harvest and prepare delicious smoked carp. How do you feel? Leave your comments below to let us know.
These sea snakes possess extremely terrifying venom, but they cannot avoid being hunted by humans. It's hard to believe, but these reptiles can be processed into delicious dishes. How did the Japanese catch and turn these poisonous snakes into food? If you want to know, watch this video until the end. Scary! How do Japanese people catch and eat poisonous snakes? Sea snakes mainly live in the warm tropical waters of the Indian Ocean and Western Pacific Ocean. They are often found in shallow seas where coral reefs are located. Most of the time, sea snakes live underwater because they adapt very well to this environment. However, they also often have to rise to the surface to breathe. Adult sea snakes can be about 120 to 150 centimeters long. Their tails are shaped like oars, so they swim underwater very quickly. Sea snakes are considered gentle and they only attack when they feel threatened. The venom of sea snakes is 10 times stronger than that of rattlesnakes, so they are really dangerous. These women were on their way to the beach to start work. When night falls, their work begins. At this time, sea snakes begin to move towards the shore in search for shelter and drink fresh water. They gathered in caves without knowing the danger lurking. The woman uses a flashlight to search for snakes. As soon as a snake appeared, she quickly headed towards the cave without any protective gear. With just one quick operation, this woman was able to hold the snake in her hand without fear. Snake catching operations are really quick and professional because this is also a profession that helps them make money. Sea snakes are purchased by traders and stored in foam boxes. They really aren't too flexible when moving on land. All of these snakes will be transported for consumption. Many styrofoam boxes are placed here. It can be seen that the number of snakes collected is very large. Snake purchasing activities are bustling, but you also need to be wary of their venom. If you are not careful, you can be bitten by a snake at any time. These fishermen may be familiar with this, so they quickly apply first aid to limit the dangers of snake venom. Sea snakes are a particularly valuable dish in Okinawa, Japan. Every year, hundreds of tons of sea snakes are hunted and consumed, most of which come from Southeast Asian countries such as Thailand and Vietnam. All snake skin, meat, blood, and bile are used for food and medicine purposes. There are many ways to process sea snakes. You can handle them with a cut, thus collecting their blood. Sea snakes are considered to be a food that helps increase vitality, so they are popular with many people. When preparing a snake, just use a knife to make a cut along the length of a snake's abdomen. All internal organs and dirt can be cleaned. You just need to rinse with water. In addition, Japanese people often prepare snakes by boiling water and scraping off the snake's outer scales. The inner leather layer is also fully utilized. Sea snakes can be prepared into many dishes, but sea snake soup is especially famous. After being processed, the snake meat is cut into small pieces and put into the stew pot. The skin is also treated similarly. Snake meat is stewed with vegetables such as carrots, radishes, pork bones, and some other spices. All these elaborate processing steps create a delicious and nutritious snake soup. Pay attention to this green part. That is snake bile. Snake bile can be mixed with wine and drunk directly because they feel it is very good for the health.
Have you ever seen mantis shrimp raised in plastic cages? It sounds strange, but this is an extremely effective mantis shrimp farming model in Vietnam. With this method, after only 3 to 4 months, farmers can harvest commercial shrimp and sell it for about 50 USD per kilogram. So, what makes this model successful? Let's find out in this video. Mantis shrimp is a food with high nutritional value, providing protein, vitamins, and minerals that are beneficial to the body. In Vietnamese cuisine, mantis shrimp is processed into many diverse dishes with delicious and attractive flavors. Therefore, the demand for mantis shrimp in Vietnam is very high. consumers are willing to pay from $50 to $80 or more for 1 kilogram. In addition, the natural climate conditions in Vietnam are very suitable for raising mantis shrimp, creating high-quality products. Therefore, the mantis shrimp farming model has brought a stable and sustainable source of income to farmers. In Vietnam, mantis shrimp are mainly exploited and caught in the wild, and their numbers are seriously declining. Previously, there were some models of shrimp farming in earthen ponds, but the efficiency was not high. Therefore, they researched and developed a new model of mantis shrimp farming, which is more efficient. Mantis shrimp farming models are mainly developed in the southern provinces of Vietnam, especially Ca Mau. Mantis shrimp can be raised in tanks or cages in brackish water environments. These innovative models have helped optimize space and create the best conditions for shrimp growth. The model of raising mantis shrimp in plastic cages allows shrimp to grow naturally in brackish water environments. Plastic cages are fixed in brackish water river areas, ensuring the best living conditions for shrimp. This is an easy-to-raise shrimp species that does not require much food because they can completely find natural food themselves. However, farmers need to clean the cages regularly to ensure a clean environment for shrimp to grow. In addition, the indoor mantis shrimp farming model uses a recirculating water system, RAS, or HRPAX, has also proven its advantages. This model allows mantis shrimp farmers to raise on an industrial scale, regardless of the pond. Shrimp are raised in small boxes or in moderately sized tanks. During the farming process, there is no need to change the water too much, and no use of toxic chemicals or antibiotics for shrimp. Shrimp feed is mainly fresh food such as trash fish, helping to ensure the growth rate of mantis shrimp. When raised in a system without bottom mud, the quality of commercial shrimp is delicious, bright in color, and is favored by consumers. According to analysis, food hygiene and safety standards when raising mantis shrimp in this way meet 100% of Vietnamese standards. The HRPAX system includes shrimp farming cells measuring 40 by 30 by 17 centimeters with a maximum capacity of 8 liters, neatly arranged, connected to a circulation device and a water treatment system. After treatment, the water will be returned to the farming tank, forming a closed cycle. This also reduces the amount of wastewater discharged directly into the environment, creating a sustainable farming model. The success rate of raising mantis shrimp according to the new model is 80 to 90%. After about 4 months, they have reached commercial size, over 150 grams per shrimp, and can be supplied to the market. According to the report, the recirculating farming technology can bring economic efficiency of about $500 per 1,000 shrimp or crop. Mantis shrimp are currently sold at high prices in the market, especially in large urban areas. With quality mantis shrimp products, the selling price ranges from $50 to $80 per kilogram. Some giant mantis shrimp cost up to $100 per kilogram or more. The profit that this model brings has helped farmers have a significant income. Although the initial investment cost is also relatively high due to the need to install equipment, in the long term, this model still brings high economic efficiency. Compared with traditional farming models, mantis shrimp farming models on modern farms have brought many great advantages. Raising mantis shrimp according to the new model not only brings economic efficiency, but also helps protect the environment. The shrimp farming system has a circulating water treatment system, thereby limiting waste discharge into the environment. However, the mantis shrimp farming industry in Vietnam is also facing certain difficulties. Currently, mantis shrimp breeds are only caught in the natural environment and have not been artificially researched, so the number of breeds cannot meet the demand when this model develops. With the large demand of the market, the mantis shrimp farming industry will have many opportunities to develop in the future. Therefore, modern farming models are the best way to optimize profits for farmers. Have you ever seen a farm model that operates without any costs? It sounds unbelievable, right? But in fact, many farmers have successfully applied a model that combines raising cows, raising ducks, and growing crops, saving a lot of costs. If you don't believe it, watch this video to find out how farmers run their farms. You can see here is a farm raising ducks for eggs. They are foraging for earthworms in the soil. It seems that these ducks really like to eat worms. So, how to raise these earthworms for duck food? The first step to earthworm composting is livestock manure, which farmers collect from cow sheds. This can be from family farms or neighboring farms. On modern farms, barn cleaning is done by automated robots or specialized equipment. On smaller farms, farmers often collect cow manure manually. Cow manure is collected in a designated area to prepare for further processing. The cow manure is collected and left to decompose for several days, which reduces its heat and ammonia content, which can be harmful to earthworms. The manure is mixed with other organic materials such as straw, leaves, or kitchen waste to form a balanced substrate. Farmers create worm beds using wooden boxes, pits, or concrete cages with proper drainage. The beds can be supplemented with bedding materials such as shredded newspaper, dry leaves, or coconut coir to maintain moisture. Once the cow manure has decomposed, farmers introduce worms into the beds, which consume the organic matter and excrete nutrient-rich waste. Each bed needs to maintain a humidity level of around 60 to 70% to ensure optimal worm activity. The worms will decompose the cow manure into high-quality compost in about 30 to 45 days. Compost made from earthworms is rich in nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are beneficial to plants. This type of compost is applied directly to vegetable or food crop farms, helping to optimize plant growth. It also provides natural nutrients without the need for chemical fertilizers, thereby reducing organic waste and preventing pollution. When the compost is dark and fluffy, it is harvested and used to enrich the soil for growing plants. The worms are separated and used as feed for farm animals, typically ducks. Earthworms are considered an excellent source of protein, containing about 60 to 70% protein along with essential amino acids that help ducks grow optimally and improve meat quality. Farmers say that ducks consuming earthworms daily will improve their growth and muscle development, increase egg production in laying ducks, and enhance immunity and digestion. Furthermore, the method of combining earthworm farming with duck farming helps farmers save on commercial feed costs, thereby increasing their income. It also creates a self-sustaining ecosystem, in which cow dung and duck manure are used to feed worms and worms are used to feed ducks. In addition to using earthworms to feed ducks, farmers also raise worms as feed for chickens. Commonly raised worms are red earthworms, African earthworms, and Indian greenworms. They not only have the ability to reproduce quickly and have high nutritional value, but are also larger in size and adapt easily to the rearing environment. Currently, earthworm farming for poultry is often done on small-scale or private farms and has not been expanded to large-scale farms. However, agricultural experts also affirm that this is an environmentally friendly, cost-saving, and nutritious solution for poultry farming. It also helps to process large amounts of cow manure on farms and reduce the pressure from the livestock industry on the environment and ecosystem. Many people think that pig farming is one of the most expensive forms of livestock farming because of the high cost of feed. However, there are farms that have developed a unique pig farming model that does not spend a penny on feed. This is a circular farming model that not only saves money but also brings high productivity, increasing income for farmers. Now, let's explore with us how American farmers raise thousands of pigs using a circular model. Currently, there are many cost-effective methods of raising pigs, but they are not suitable for commercial farming because pigs grow poorly due to insufficient protein and minerals. However, pigs raised with black soldier flies are different because they can grow faster and have higher meat quality than other farming models. So, how do farmers combine pig farming with black soldier flies? Pig farming in the United States is considered one of the most modern livestock industries in the world, with the pork industry contributing more than $62 billion to the U.S. economy. Pig feed is mainly made from fish meal and soybean meal, but these ingredients depend on the soybean farming and seafood fishing industries. At times, when soybean prices increase, the cost of animal feed increases, directly affecting the economy of pig farmers. As the cost of animal feed increases, many pig farmers are in a difficult situation, and many farms have even gone bankrupt. Therefore, many farmers have to find other solutions to overcome this situation, and raising black soldier flies as pig feed has been applied by many farmers. Because before, American farmers mainly used black soldier flies as chicken feed. Now, it has expanded further in the animal feed processing industry. Black soldier flies are known to be one of the most efficient waste recyclers in the insect world. Unlike regular flies, black soldier flies do not have mouths, so they are incapable of transmitting bacteria and diseases, minimizing risks to human and animal health. Adult black soldier flies have a single purpose: to lay eggs. The resulting larvae can feed on a variety of organic waste and pig waste, quickly converting organic waste and pig manure into protein. After hatching, black soldier fly larvae take only 10 to 14 days to fully develop. At this mature stage, the larvae become livestock feed, providing a protein-rich food source for pigs. Currently, many farms combine pig farming with black soldier flies to reduce feed costs and help livestock grow better. Black soldier flies are rich in protein, which increases the growth rate of pigs and improves the quality of their meat. Farmers say that since feeding pigs black soldier flies, they reach market size 1.5 to 2 months earlier, thereby reducing feed and labor costs. Moreover, the amount of fat is also significantly reduced, leading to higher lean meat production in pigs, which in turn will increase their price. In addition to providing a high-protein food source and supplementing farmers' income, black soldier flies can be used to clean up large amounts of bio-waste, such as fruit and vegetable waste from markets and livestock waste. These types of waste will cause a nuisance to people with unpleasant odors if not properly treated. Not only providing high-quality feed for pig farming, black soldier fly larvae also have many uses, such as waste treatment to create high-quality organic fertilizer. Black soldier fly larvae are voracious insects in the natural world. With just 1 square meter, larvae can eat up to 40 kilograms of fresh pig manure per day, and every 100 kilograms of manure can produce 18 kilograms of larvae. With large-scale livestock farms, livestock waste treatment is no longer a burden for farmers. When fed organic waste and manure, black soldier flies produce nitrogen-rich manure that can be used as a high-performance fertilizer. Some studies have shown that corn farms treated with black soldier fly manure produced 14% higher yields than farms treated with conventional commercial organic fertilizer. Nowadays, pig farming in a rotational model combined with black soldier fly farming has become one of the most effective, cost-saving, and profitable forms of farming. This form of farming is also expanding worldwide, with the goal of being sustainable and environmentally friendly. Because pig waste can pollute the environment and promote climate change. But with black soldier fly larvae, this situation has been effectively reduced. How do you feel about this video? Leave your comments below to let us know.